Alright everybody, welcome back to another drumroll installment of Universe Jarvis. So, if you've been watching these in order, which you don't have to, it's not a requirement, I did say in the last video as a follow-up to something else that I did a reveal of, if you will, that I had another video. And if you haven't watched any of the earlier videos, please make sure you do, because you might see something that you end up wanting. Anyhow, I digress. So, let's get back into this. So, I ended up doing a bad thing, I guess. It wasn't my fault. I was pressured into it. That's what it was. Anyway, there was another luggage drop a couple of weeks ago, and if you've watched my earlier videos, we did end up with two sets of luggage from them, the Sharkitecture, and then there was another one. It was like the Jungle in Paris, I think is what it was called. It was like the camel on one side, and then it was the Sharks in Paris pattern on the other side. But apparently it was a set that somebody had returned because it popped back up on the websites, which it never ever really happens with Sprayground stuff. You never see the stuff pop back up. So I guess someone had used it and then was like, hey, I think I'm done with this. I'm just going to return it. I mean, it was bad. Like, the locks had scuff marks on them. You could see where the luggage had been handled. It was pretty trashy. But I will give Sprayground credit. They are awesome. You do have to do a little bit digging on the website to find the information, but I was able to return it, and I got a refund in probably about 3 or 4 days, so there was nothing really major. But that didn't sour me. I'm never going to be sour to Sprayground at all. Although I am on a hiatus, I do not really plan on ordering anything Sprayground for a little bit to kind of get caught up on some of these moving expenses. So what I'll probably do for all you guys out there that enjoy this is I'll do probably a deeper dive into my collection, and we'll kind of go from there because I have so much shit, to be 100% honest. And I want it all to be here, and I really can't wait to carry that one set. So maybe as we take trips, I'll, show you guys what it looks like when carrying. I'll figure something out. Either way, there'll be some content up here. Don't you worry about that. So let me go ahead and grab this luggage set. And there it is. There's the box. I think I've showed you guys this before. I actually think this is probably the same packaging that they've used before. It's kind of nice. They've got their, Sprayground, which is kind of cute. I think, they've got the logo. I'll try to come in a little bit closer. And a little plane, so it's saying that it's luggage from New York City. It's got little barcodes and stuff on here. Priority transfer. So this is actually mimicking, I guess, I've never been on a plane, but I'm assuming a boarding pass for a plane. So that's kind of cool. Some little cute, cool looking, I guess. It's cool. Is cute okay? It's fine. Cool, hip, whatever you want to call it. Oh, yeah, that was on there. Where did it go? So let's get into this. I'm really excited about this. So I was kind of torn. They had that, what is it called? It looks like Fendi, but it spells out the word fuck. I can't think of the name of what that design is called right now. But they had that. And I was kind of like, it looks okay. But then they had another one. And it's a variation of a really nice pattern. And I'm not going to go insane and actually start getting all the stuff to go with it because it's okay, but it's a lot of white and it's kind of like, yeah, that'll probably get dirty. And honestly, right now, I'm not doing enough stuff where I'm actually traveling, going anywhere to use any of this stuff. So, let's see. Alright, so here we go. So you probably can't really see that well, but I think this is going to be a really awesome video type situation. Very sturdy. So this is a two-piece set. Most of it, although they did a couple drops in the summer where there was a lot of stuff and they kind of went with some old school luggage stuff. I didn't really mess with too much of that stuff because I figure I have enough bags and everything already that I don't necessarily have to worry about, having those 7- and 8-piece sets and 12-piece sets. And if I travel a lot, then yeah. But this will do me probably for years and years to come because it's well-made stuff. So, they do this cute, I keep using the word cute. They do this cool, there we go. Little, this isn't like super high-grade stuff. You'll see this on packing stuff sometimes, but this is really nice. It's a nice little cover to kind of keep it from getting scuffed up and scratched. I can't really think of what to say this is made of right now off the top of my head, but this stuff doesn't really hold up, and it probably will eventually start wearing, especially if you put it somewhere that, you know, it could be rubbed up against or something like that. But it does offer protection, and, you know, by no means you have to have this for on your luggage. It's just really nice. If you put it in storage, you'll have a nice little cover for it. And I guess you could probably travel with it. I wouldn't really recommend it because it'll probably get wrecked because it's really thin. But in storage, I think it would work out really nice. So, look at this. And I'm taking myself out of the frame because I want you guys to see how nice this looks. This is probably even better looking than I had expected it to be. I haven't even taken the plastic off yet, but this shit is, this is sick. Let's take the bottom off and let's see what we're working with here. I mean, if nothing else, I think I'm just impressed by how this looks like brushed metal. It's probably kind of hard to see. I'll see if I can zoom in just a wee bit so you guys can see. So these are guards that are on the side, and this looks just like, actually, I wonder if it is metal. If not, it's a really close facsimile of it. But these are on all four of the corners, so these are bumper guards, so it'll protect that. Oh, that's plastic. So this does have a protective film on it, and I see that it did say, please remove protection foil before use. So it's really thin. You really can't even hardly see it on there. I thought that was a scratch, and to be honest, I would probably just leave it on there for as long as possible because it's not super noticeable, to be honest. But I think I can tell it's on there because it's giving this the kind of matte finish to it instead of the glossy. But your call. I mean, I honestly will probably leave it as long as I possibly can just to protect it until it starts getting ratty. But hey, it's everybody's choice, you know? So let's zoom out a little bit here. Let's go back to how we were. So this is the 3AM pattern, and they gave it a cool name. I think it's, oh gosh, hang on. I'm going to do this live. I'm going to pull back the curtain because I want to get the correct name for you guys. So that if you decide you want to go buy this, you can. And pulling the curtain back here. What do we got? Ah, it's 3AM LeBlanc. So it's French because this is white here. So it's LeBlanc. I actually probably could have gotten to that without looking it up, but I wanted to make sure you guys had the right name. So 3AM LeBlanc because it's white. So honestly, if they eventually do a gaming chair in this, that might be a done deal. Anyhow, I got too far ahead of myself, right? So, just like the other luggage, it's got really cool TSA locks on it. So, come in here. So, these are really nice. These things, to me, are not made like suitcases. This is like a little miniature vault. And you can set your code and all that sort of fun stuff. And look at how those unlock. So, it unlocks a lot like a case. Like I said, to me it's not really luggage, so I guess it is luggage. So let's get out the little guy. We'll put him off to the side for a moment. The carry-on. So this is the inside. Just like they do with all their bags, they've got the limited edition, never reproduced again. That looks like you're carrying a shit ton of cash with you, all in bands. Really cool lining. I don't think I've ever really seen luggage with lining that's this cool. If nothing else, I would just keep it open so that I could look at the lining because it's pretty awesome. And then here, and I pointed this out before, let's try to zoom in here a little bit just so you can see it maybe, possibly, if the light hits it just right. This is patterned like shark fins. So the pattern that's on this part of the lining is shark fins. It's great attention to detail. It's extremely impressive if you ask me. Let's try to go in a little bit closer. Maybe you guys can see it. So you can kind of make it out there. Shark fins. Or scales. My bad. Not fins, scales. Let's come back out. Alright. Beautiful. Lots of storage. I actually want to see what this is. This caught my attention. Maybe this is instructions on how to do the lock. Yeah. So it comes with the instructions for how to set the code on the locks. And it's TSA accepted. So being based in New York, I know they would know how to do it. Now this is new. I don't think this was in the other set that I got, but they actually included a little card in there that tells you what to do with your luggage, how to remove the film, and all that good stuff. Let's see, if congrats, you're officially rocking Sprayground luggage. But wait before you take off. Every single Sprayground luggage is perfectly wrapped in a protective film. Ensure you can go one of kind pieces. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, so basically once you take it off, it's going to be all shiny and pretty. And they got the little money bear on there too, which is kind of cool. I'm starting to feel like maybe I need to get a money bear little backpack when they come out. I just don't really like them because I was never that into teddy bears as a kid. So, I don't know. Maybe if they do something else, I might get one of those. But people love them. People get them all the time. So, another little storage pocket going along the spine here. And then this is the little piece that you use to keep all your stuff from flip-flopping into the other section. And even it's got pockets on it. So they do a really good job, like I said, with detail. And you can get a lot in here. And this is the full size. So if you pack wisely, you could get a lot in here. I mean, you could probably get about a week's worth of stuff in here, honestly, if your clothes are small enough. That's that one. Yeah, this is so cool. Yeah, I mean, like I said, and one thing that really drew me to this particular luggage versus the other one is I love that embossed shark mouth. The other one, it was just printed on the luggage. I love how that's erased, how it's got texture to it. It's actually got dimensions. It's not three-dimensional, but it almost looks like it is. And just look at that. So you got the shark mouth here, you got the teeth right here, and then it actually is followed through on the opposite side. I just think that that's so cool, and that was really what tipped the scale for me with the luggage, was just that detail, that it's kind of stamped in and it's embossed versus just being the print on the luggage. I think it looks a lot better. It gives it some dimension. And you've got the really cool wheels here. Very similar, like I said, to the chairs. And these kind of remind me of like skate wheels. They're just kind of like a single piece. Well, I say single piece, but they're really well made and sturdy. So definitely shouldn't have to worry about, you know, them popping off or them breaking or anything like that. And so now we've got the little guy. So this is the carry-on. And this would probably be what I'd use most, since a lot of times if I go somewhere it's not for very long. Same deal here. And I will show you something on this one I didn't show you on the other one, but it's the same. And we may go back to it, maybe revisit it, since we have to nest these back together anyway. So, same deal. Really nice. We've got these thick feet to kind of protect. These are actually raised, so that's going to keep it off of the ground. Gosh, I'd say these are this is probably about 2 inches. So that'll raise it up off the ground a good bit to help protect it. This is what I didn't show you on the other one. So the rolling handle's really nice, and guess what? This will fit one of your Sprayground bags perfectly. You just slide it down on there, and you can roll with your Sprayground bag, because the Sprayground bags have that little compartment built in the back that you can just slide them right down onto this. And this is kind of curved, so you should be able to get it on there really nice and easy. So it looks just the same. That's pretty cool, the way the Sprayground logo is. Now this is actually, and it's covered in the plastic too, but we'll come in a little bit closer on it. Kind of reminds me of an enamel pin. That's actually what it almost looks like it's an enamel pin. Same thing with the embossed shark mouth. Goes around on both sides. You've got a handle on this side to carry it. It's the same on the bigger one, so you can carry them this way, carry them that way, have whatever you're feeling at that moment. Probably easy to carry this one, kind of like a briefcase. And these locks are exactly the same. This is just on a smaller scale, so you can set your own code. And the way they open is just nice and smooth. Like I said, it's like a case. They did change some things up. They're doing this stuff a little bit differently. You didn't get all these little pieces or instructions and stuff with the other set. I think I might have gotten that TSA card, but I didn't have this thing about removing the film. Although I don't think that one had a film on it, if I'm remembering correctly about the Sharkitecture. I don't believe it does because it looks shiny. I'll have to go back and verify that probably in another video. But very similar interior. stuff to hold your clothes in. You got your zippers right there, instructions. There's another pocket here. I guess technically this might be the stash pocket. I'm guessing that's what this is. 2 pockets here. You got your how to set the lock codes on there. And then that same really cool freaking lining, just on a smaller scale. You got some Benjamins there. And then you got the shark fin texture on the inside of it as well. And that shark fin stuff is, I keep saying fin, it's scales. The shark scales go throughout the lining on the other side. So it's kind of cool because this part you normally would have closed. So if you pop it open, it looks like you got some cash in there. So that's pretty nice. Definitely like it. A little on the pricey side, as it was $400. That's typically one thing I will say about Sprayground is probably, I think they had like a surfboard or something at one point that they were selling. I guess it sold. Typically their price points, the most expensive thing that I've really seen has been the luggage and like the chair, but they typically price all their stuff about the same, to be honest. I mean, some of those luggage sets were a little bit more because they had a lot of pieces, but it was kind of a throwback to, like, you know, classic stuff, like the classic luggage and things like that. Wasn't really for me. They did have a pretty cool looking briefcase though, which would be cool, but then I think to myself, I'm like, hey, you know, I carry a backpack all the time to work. I don't really carry a briefcase. I'm not going into any important business meetings anytime soon, so yeah, that wasn't really something I needed. But it was really cool looking because that's not really something that you see people carry anymore. You really don't see people carry briefcases. That's kind of like an 80s thing, I think, more so than anything else. So that's it. That's all I got for this video. Get the camera back adjusted. Oh, y'all all up my nose. So that's it. That's all I got. You guys get to see live raw video because I don't do any editing, at least not yet. So that's it. That's all I got for right now. Thanks for tuning into this video. I appreciate all the support, all the comments. Love having a conversation with you guys. Before you leave this video, do not forget to hit the subscribe button below. Thumbs up, tell your friends about my channel, share the word in the gospel of Sprayground, if you will. Don't really know if it's gospel, that's going a little deep, but and more to come. I'm actually hoping to get a video up with some of my shoe stuff. I'm trying to get my hands on 2 pairs of a particular Nike shoe. Hopefully I can get it done at a good price and have a video up here for you guys regarding that. Like I said, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, all those fun stuff. And until next time, Universe Jarvis is out. See you next time.